I just think the Bible's amazing. I think Jesus is amazing because this is, 2,000 years ago. And if hearing that, you can't help but realize, like, this addresses so many problems that we have. I mean, you could talk about huge political issues, you could talk about economic issues, you could talk about so many things that are present in our world right now that these verses directly address. If this was true for the Church of Jesus Christ, if this was true in a large scale in any nation in the world, it would literally revolutionize everything. So there's big arguments to be made, but there's a couple statistics that have come out recently that I think this speaks to, and I think that we're noticing here at New Life at Your House. And that's number one is that there's loneliness on a wide scale, which is crazy. We're more connected than ever. There's more tools available than ever, and yet there's people who are lonely. Some 30% of Americans say that they have no friends outside of their family, not even one personal connection outside of their family.
And there are a lot of people who do have friends like that and still feel lonely inside those relationships.
Right, and who knows what the stats are on that. There's a lot of those kinds of folks.
I would be curious to know how many of that 30% that don't have a connection outside their family, or the ones you just described, feel that the connections inside their family are healthy at this point.
Yeah, so there's so much isolation that people are feeling, a lack of connection that people are realizing, and then just this deep sense of loneliness. And we know that it's not good for us to be alone, that people don't thrive when they're alone, that community is something that we're wired to. You know, as Christians, we believe that God literally made us in his image, and that in his image, we're created to be in community. God being three in one, we're looking like him, we need others. So when we don't have that, things go wrong, and there's so many things we could point to say, what could be the fruit of this loneliness and isolation and lack of friendship? Could be the violence that we see. It could be these crazy expressions of anger and hatred that are happening all over the states.
But I'm curious, let me push back, because we're an online church.
Right.
So how are we supposed to fix isolation when people are online? I mean, how does that happen?
Yeah, it's like, does isolation always mean physical proximity is really the big question that I've had. And I came across another statistic that helped me see this differently, because for a while, even doing online church, I thought maybe we need more. We need to have a physical expression. That's why the watch party movement is so powerful. We're seeing people come together and coming into homes. But then I saw that some 75,000 Americans, or excuse me, thousands way too little, 75 million Americans have at least one friend in their life that is a deep, intimate, personal connection that they know. I mean, they know them really, really well, but they've never been in physical proximity with them. And, you know, if we were to take a poll of all the people that we know, I wonder how true that is for everybody personally, here at New Life at Your House and elsewhere in our communities. But that means that increasingly so, connection with people that live far away, that you've never met, that you didn't go to high school with, and like all the old statistics about how marriage and communities flourish, seems to be eroding, and that this seems to be on the rise. People are connecting with each other through digital means, whether it's Zoom, whether it's online churches, or FaceTime, or even dating apps. All of these things are resulting in people making lasting connections.